So we just wanted to show you the chaos we have going on in last winter's chicken yard. This year we had greenhouse plastic over this, if you all remember, and we made a bunch of compost in here over the winter with the chickens. They produced eggs all winter long, even when it was like 10 to 15 below zero over Christmas. We still got 10 to 12 eggs a day out of 13 hens. So this worked really good for us. And now we're producing, hopefully we will produce lots of produce in this bed. I just wanted to give you a quick run of the chaos we have in here. There is lots of lamb's quarter. Not real sure what this is, but it's a weed. I believe that's called a no touch 'em is what we always called them. I think that's what that is, not positive. I did see some cucumber beetles in here earlier today, and there's definitely some damage from them. I killed several. Right there, actually, you can see one that I smashed earlier today. Hopefully his friends see him on there and he don't come back. But all in all, with all the variety of plants, the tomatoes and the weeds and everything else, hopefully the cucumber beetles don't come back. Plus birds perch on this here, and there are some leaves over there that you can tell has bird damage on them. So I'm going to guess they was eating the beetles. There is some damage on these sunflowers, and that would have been birds eating that too, is what that would have been. Probably eating bugs, which is great. So but we have lots of squash, winter squash, pumpkins, whatever you want to call them. They all taste about the same, whether it's a butternut or a pumpkin. They taste pretty much the same to me. We have sunflowers that the chickens would have planted for us. We have a fair many of those. All the tomatoes that's here that the chickens would have planted.
And there's a lot.
There is a crap load of them.
I mean, you turn and they're there.
Yeah. And these tomatoes, I'm going to guess, and I don't know for sure what they are. I really have no idea. But I would assume that they are from when we made spaghetti sauce and tomato sauce over the winter, or in the fall, and we dumped the skins and the seeds and stuff in here for the chickens. I would guess these are going to be probably paste and or big beefsteak tomatoes. But we did use some cherry tomatoes as well, so they could be cherry tomatoes. I'm not sure what they're going to be. It doesn't really matter to me what they are.
I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Yeah,
me too. And if they're good, and she likes them, then we'll probably save seeds out of them and try them again next year, and they'll be what they'll be. Maybe they're a new variety because everything all come together too. Who knows? But either way, it is what it is. We have a fair many Mexican sunflowers that we planted, and they're growing. If you remember, like a week ago, they was only that big. So they're growing a lot. A whole lot.
We planted what, like 10?
I can't remember how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We planted 12 of them in here. I just counted them. There's another tomato. And this here is a thistle, is what that is. Most people kill those. I'm going to let it grow. There's a couple more in here. I'm going to let them grow because they claim, and I don't know, I've never tried one, but they say they're really good. If you break them off where they're tender and peel the skin off of them, the inside part's supposedly really good. I will find out when them grow up to be big and strong. They might make me grow up to be big and strong. Over here, which this is pretty cool. This, we have a regular sunflower that the chickens would have planted, and a Mexican sunflower that we would have planted side by side. And what's doing the best right now is definitely the wild violets.
They're everywhere.
They're pretty tasty though. They are pretty good. If you've never eaten a wild violet, they're actually edible, and they're actually kind of mild. No flavored spinach, kind of like spinach don't have a flavor to me anyway. So Those taste about the same. I wouldn't just go somewhere and grab them out of wherever. I would make sure wherever you ate them from didn't have herbicides or pesticides sprayed on them, because it probably would damage you as well. We have our sunchoke bed in here. That thing right there is going insane. Totally crazy how big them things are. I just can't believe. I thought we got all of them out of that bed. And the chickens were in here all winter.
And they dug and dug.
And we planted maybe 15 bulbs in here this spring. That was really about all we put in it. And this bed is going totally nuts. How many we get, who knows?
I think it's more in there this year than
I think there's more in there now than there ever was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do.
It's so compacted.
It is. But
they don't mind it.
No, they seem to grow fine. I think what I'm going to do with some of the roots, of course, we're going to eat some, probably sell some. If you want some this fall after we harvest, we'll put those on our online store and we'd ship them to you. And they are a perennial sunflower. They get sunflowers on top of them.
Small sunflowers.
Small, yeah. They're only, the flowers are only that big.
But there's many.
But these things they'll probably get, I don't know how big they'll get as crammed as they are, but when we first started growing them, they get about 13 feet tall. They are getting shorter as we keep them, but they're getting so many roots in there they can't get that big. And they're pretty drought tolerant.
We never water them.
No, we never do. We've never watered them. We don't ever do nothing to them. We just plant them and done. We don't even do nothing to that bed. Well, the chickens would have pooped in there this winter, so they would have gotten fertilized. But normally we don't even do that. We don't even do nothing to
and
that.
You do chop and drop in there.
I do. I usually cut these up and drop them in, but this past year I did not.
Okay.
Because the chickens were in here, I put all that stuff in the compost.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll probably plant a bunch on our property line over on this side of our property line. We'll probably make a wall down along that fence with these, and then let them do what they want to down in that field. Because it doesn't matter a whole lot to me what they do down there. They can take over. They're good to eat. They sell fairly well for us. Yeah, so if we put 50 bulbs or something down through there, we'll never have to worry about ever planting them ever again. So basically, I just wanted to show you guys that your chicken run in the winter months can be an extremely productive area to grow stuff in.
The very next season.
Yeah, exactly. The very next season. So we want to have these crawl up, and I don't want to break that tip off.
You're trailing them up.
Yeah, I want these to go up around the arbor. We have loofahs back in that back corner, and they grow really, really slow, actually. It kind of surprised me. We grew them once before, and I don't remember them growing that slow. This one here, earlier today, I weaved it up through there. These two here is going off the same vine. I'm just going to let them go wherever they want to. I'll probably guide them out across there somewhere. But as far as the weeds in here goes, we'll mow it down once. Maybe I'll get the weed eater out and we'll weed eat it. I'll weed eat it or something, but it's doing really well. Stupid Japanese beetles. Look at that already. Of course, it's that time of year.
Yep.
Best way to kill them is just to smash them. Sorry, I get sidetracked pretty easy. So I'm gonna walk over here, and that's a pretty. I mean, all these tomato plants and these plants here is all doing really well in this bed. This is pretty fertile soil. And the sunflower is doing really good.
Yeah.
It's going to have a fair many heads on it. They're starting to come out at every crotch. So this here might be one I save seeds from this year for sure.
It's a nice size.
It's growing good. Well, who knows how tall it's going to get before the head comes out. It's starting to get the head on it.
Yeah.
But if you look, it's getting
multiple throughout.
It's getting multiple everywhere. So this is the kind I want, but I'd like it to be about this tall when it blooms would be perfect.
Yeah.
And this right here
Yep.
is a ground cherry. right? Tomatillo. Best thing you can do is that's pulled out. They taste really good. They're like almost like a butterscotch flavor to them. They're really, really good. But if you don't get every one of those picked up, that you can't get rid of them. I've been fighting them for years. We hadn't grown them things for probably 2 or 3 years, and you cannot get rid of them.
And we didn't grow them up here.
We didn't grow them up here, no.
How they got up here?
Birds probably pooped them out. Down here, this is broccoli. I'm just going to let it go. But the loofahs are starting to grow fairly decent. It's actually starting to climb on its own. There should be, I think there's 4 of them in here.
3 or 4?
1, 2. Yeah, there's only 3. There's only 3, but that's fine. That's going to make more loofahs than what we'll ever use if we get loofahs out of it. Who knows? I hope so too.
Because we're hoping to then use that with our soap. And
yeah, hopefully we'll sell that. Sell loofahs with our soap. Or put a loofah in with our soap when we ship orders.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show you guys what you can do in a small area. This area is probably underneath this area this is in is probably only it's 12 foot by 10 foot is all the bigger this is. 12 foot by 10 foot, and you can grow all that squash in here, and tomatoes, and sunflowers, and broccoli.
It don't have to look perfect.
Broccoli's delicious no matter what part of the plant you eat. Flower, leaf, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all good. And the weeds, I don't really care about the weeds either. They can do what they want. And if I pull weeds, I don't throw them away. I just let them lay there. Keep the ground covered up. So yeah. And this just started coming up the other day. I don't know what kind of squash it is.
Nice.
It actually does look pretty nice. I don't know what it is though yet. We'll find out. We'll find out when we harvest them. That's going to wrap it up. I just wanted to show you this area. Hopefully everything grows good. Yep, for sure. We'll keep you updated, and we'll keep pulling these stupid things.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them around. Trust me.
Good,
they are good. They are. So be sure to check out our online store. Like and share this. Follow us if you're not already subscribed. Please do so. Start a garden. Grow your own food. It's pretty simple. We got about 250 videos. You can go back and watch all of them if you want to. See what you want to watch. I got a couple of playlists. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share it with your friends and family. So till we meet again, take care and God bless.